Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a challenge, scrap junk to produce fertilizer. Of course, the quick and easy way and dirty way is to go and bulk it at your tinker bench and scrap it that way. You can scrap some kits that you get as well probably. But we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, I like to call it. So if the quickest way or the easiest way is to go and find some bags of fertilizer. So we are here at Isolated Cabin. There's probably some other bags of fertilizer around. There's probably some up at these farms here, at the Grainer farm. If you do the event that shows up here, the dogwood die-off one, it'll send you over and I'll show you some places where you can find fertilizer. But one very common place to find fertilizer is Isolated Cabin. Another place is down here. Let me see if I can find it by the Kanawa Country Cemetery. Just at the back up there on the hill, there's a little shed and it has a bunch of fertilizer. There might be another little shed at the side here that might have, but if you look at the shed that's kind of up here, just at the back, it's right next to the church. Inside, you'll find some concrete bags, and next to it, you'll find some fertilizer bags as well. But if you want to come to this Isolated Cabin, actually, it's not at the Isolated Cabin, it's actually at the Wixton Homestead is where we want to go to. And we'll head down there, and there is a Tinker's Bench. So some of you may be familiar with it. There should be a whole bunch of bags of fertilizer in there. Okay, let's see if we can head in the right direction here. Okay. And I'm not on a team, so I don't have my weight. Okay, I'm just going to head down here, and you'll see there's a shed next to this house. Let me see if I can put on a booster here quick. Yeah, I can. There we go, that's much better. Anyway, that shed just right in front of us, there is a whole whack of bags of fertilizer. I'm in a private world at the moment, so if you do happen to go onto a public world and you don't find the fertilizer bags, the server hop, and you should find it within a couple of times. Server hopping people are probably, it is kind of a low level area, so low levels come in and they'll take the bags or anything they find and they'll search. As you can see, you only need 3 or 4 bags. I think there's about 7 here. Take what you need, leave the rest for someone else. So let's grab them. Each one should have 4, so we've got 4, 8, 12. And if you just look around, there's a whole bunch kind of there, 12, 16. So we need 4 bags, and there should be an extra 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's enough for actually 2 people here to do this challenge if you wanted to do it the regular way. And as I said, we need 15 scrap junk to produce fertilizer. Okay, let's just go take a look at our fertilizer here. And you can see each bag has 4, so let's go ahead and scrap 1. There's 4. 8 it should hopefully do. 12. And finally, voila. So easy, quick and easy. Like I said, you can also go to your tinker bench in your workshop. If you have first, you have a whole bunch of fertilizer, just bulk it and just scrap it. That will work as well. I think there might be some more fertilizer up in this shed. Let's take a quick look here. No, I don't see it. I would expect to see some in there. It's kind of been like a shed and stuff. Let's take a look at this other shed here quick. No, I don't see any. The other place that would also have fertilizer is down here by Silver Homestead. There is that event that happens kind of just at the back there. I forget the name of the event, but there's a shed there, and there's kind of like another little shed down here. And I think both those locations have some bags of fertilizer in them. Actually, while we're here, why don't we go and take a look? So why don't we head down to this location and I'll show you where to find the fertilizer. Just in case you come up to this Wixton homestead and more than likely a lot of times it's going to be taken up or used, or someone's going to have gone through it not realizing and they've just scrapped or collected everything and scrapped it. But if you wanted to bounce around a little bit, I'll show you where this fertilizer is, and then we'll take a look at the other location that I think. So there is a shed here. I don't think there's anything in it, to be honest, but let's take a quick look. Yeah, they kind of turned this around. There used to be an empty shed before. No, I don't have the key. It doesn't look like there's any fertilizer in there. Anyway, the place that I was talking about is this little shed, not quite next to the church as I thought it was. I thought it was actually... Let's deal with these guys. They don't want me to take their fertilizer, clearly. You know, right in this shed, I think it's a shed. I thought it was a lot closer than I remember it. And you'll notice in this, you'll see a couple bags of fertilizer right here. Some bags of cement. There's another bag of fertilizer right there. So it looks like there's 3 bags at this location. Okay, let's take another look. And of course, let us not forget the Flatwoods location, this kind of shed. I think it's this location. The one where it has kind of where you do the water testing. There's that little shed, has fertilizer in it as well. Let's take one quick look at the Silver Homestead here quick. I'm pretty sure there's some bags of fertilizer in there. I think they call them phosphorus there, but I think that's the same thing, right? And then we'll call it a video. Okay, if you kind of just bounce over this fence here and you head up to this little silo shed thing, we'll check out that one as well. I'm pretty sure there's lots of bags of fertilizer here. Oh, so this one says bag of chlorine. Interesting. Let's take that. Chlorine, cloth and acid. Okay. Yeah, I remembered bags, but clearly not the same thing. We'll take that. All right, let's head upstairs. Chlorine, yeah, this is chlorine up here. Okay, so no bags of fertilizer at this location. Lots of chlorine and acid if you guys are looking for that. And let's just take one quick look here. See if there's anything here. I don't see anything obvious that's jumping out at me. Well, those are jumping out at me. All right, none in this location, so you can give this one a skip. Let's take a quick. I'll just show you that location. Most people should know where this stuff is if you've started any of the quest lines. I think it's Voltec. I'm sure there's probably, I know there's some in the locked bins and stuff. Actually, let's go take a look. And then we'll head over to Flatwoods. I wasn't planning to go yet, but we may as well just take a quick ride. Sometimes I'm curious to know if things are still where they used to be, or they've been moved around. Okay, I know there's fertilizer in the locked bins. I just don't know if it's scrappable. But let's see, maybe it's bags of fertilizer in those locked bins. Because then that would be scrappable. So if you head over here, each one of these little, I might have to deal with these guys first. Otherwise it's just going to become a little annoying. Alright, let's see if we can. So each one of the, actually there's a whole whack of bags of fertilizer on the ground there. I vaguely remember it now. But I'm more curious just to know what's in these locked bins. So still from raw fertilizer. So probably not, might be scrappable, or if you went and you smelted it, maybe. Anyway, there's a whole whack of fertilizer right there on the ground. I bet you each one of these silos have a ton of fertilizer. If you look around, oh, I thought I saw a bag there. Probably some inside as well. Alright, not as many as I thought. There's a couple of bags there. So there's at least 4 bags kind of scattered around. And then let's head over to Flatwoods quickly. And then you guys, most of you should be familiar with this one as I mentioned. Oh, where is it? It's up here, right? Up in this little house thing where we get our water tests. You should find a whole bunch of fertilizer, a couple bags there. There should be a couple, there's another one there, there's 3 bags. I think there's a few on the outside, yeah, or not. No, so there's 3 bags there. So yeah, there's a bunch of places there for you to take a look. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have a better location to hit with lots of fertilizer. But yeah, pretty much most farms, you could probably find some at kind of anchor farm as well. For sure, these places, Cobalton, Becker Farm, because we get sent here by this event, the Dogwood, right? And I think there's even some at the Blackwood Lodge in the basement with the Scorch. At least that's where the event sends us. So whether they're there normally is questionable. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy and see you in the next one.